越来越少人来了，有10个，有20个吗？还不到。嗯，没事，没所谓啊，反正有 recording。对啊，如果你们真的呀，星期六太累的话，就去 recording 吧。但有一些今天下午的话大家早啊，星期六的早上早啊。然后有一些 cast management 的事先说一说吧。如果今天下午大家有时间的话，真的来HTC 聊 sharing，因为今天下午叫的不是我，是 HTC 这个 senior Hong Kong Country Manager 还是怎么样？就是香港还有深圳，我忘记它的大小是多少，反正就是一部分的中国，我不知道从哪里开始，然后的那个地方馆的经理他就会来这边。然后他也是 technical，主要是 technical 的主管，然后他就会教你们用这个 HTC 5的 LBS Location Based Sharing System LBSS。然后就是你们在如果在网上边也好，在政府里边的文件也好，如果你们有看的话，应该下一年的话，国家就会推这个 VR 大空间，都推的很多的。所以为什么我们去年买 HTC，然后跟他合作多一点，然后其实想你们做多一点，做可能是有1个到2个 VR 大空间吧。然后你们毕业之后，如果真的找不到工作，他除了找不到工作的话，真的可以想一想自己开一个 VR 大空间的事情，然后开一个公司还是怎么样。然后这一次哇，如果有机会，我们会多一点告诉你们应该怎么样做，这个 business model 是怎么样做。然后对，你们的Metaverse Project One 还记得吗？你们有 Metaverse Project One、Project Two。Project One 的话，差不多我们都收集了20个左右吧。我们打算收来30个左右 project 让你们去耍。那你们应该需要20多，你们应该需要20多的，应该可能是21、22左右，看你们分组的情况。我想问一下，你们现在都开始懂你们的同学了吗？4个人一组没问题吧？可能有些同学会有问题，然后你们需要再想一想，因为 group project 出来之后，其实你们可以分组。分组的话，根据去年嘛，去年其实我们也有管理一点点。去年的话，其实真的有可能的话，每一组最少有一半的人，他之前是有多一点 VR 的经验。多一点 VR 的经验，要不然的话，其实如果整个组里边所有人都不懂 VR，所有人都不懂这些开发这些做不同的事情，是有一点点的问题，真的有一点点问题，所以最好大概有一半的人是懂这些开发的。然后就是如果不懂开发，其实也没有什么关系，因为一个组里边其实还需要另外一个班的人，他懂得其他不同的事情。如果你有看我们 website 的话，有很多很多的 project，其实它不是只是开发，它有开发，开发也挺好的。但是如果开发 research 它都 A 的话，一般来说开发的东西拿到奖的机会就会更多一点。明白我的意思吗？它两个也是 A 的 project，可能是 research 它非常好，也是 A 开发，然后对啊，应该是这样的，research 有一点点，但主要是开发，两个都是 A project 的话，因为我最近是拿到去年得到，这是2个星期之后，我们不是有个10万块钱的颁奖礼吧，对吧？我已经拿到这个结果了。然后这个结果我们发现，就是外边的人去看的话，还是需要有一点点的人，除了懂得开发之外，你还需要其他不同的配套。所以对，比较做好你们的 group formation，根据你们的主题不同来做。还有另外一个更好的消息告诉你，除了这10万块钱之后，我们还拿到其他不同的奖金呢。对啊，这一年你们毕业之后学好一点，然后中中旅社怎么说？中国中国旅游女神不中旅社怎么说啊？ 真的是，他就会 sponsor 一些 scholarship 给我们，有钱了，对啊，又有钱了，所以努力一点学习，我们会很努力的把你们作品也好，把你们的做的东西往外边推出去，然后这些公司给我们钱，就是为什么他们给我们钱呢？其实他们有很多的项目想开发，很多新的东西想试试，所以往后边如果你们想找工作的话，真的努力把这一年加油好吗？加油，对啊，加油，对啊。然后，哎，对对啊，我花两三分钟说一说我的 project 吧。还记得我们上个星期跟你们说我应该会开两个 project，不多不少两个，就是两组8个人左右啊，最多8个人。然后我的 project 应该在杭州，然后我现在跟杭州那边的研究院已经谈好了，你们的机票还有酒店我们会包。但不知道包多少啊，可能是8个人都要包4个人还是怎么样？我再跟你们去探讨一下这个情况是怎么样。但是主要我们会去杭州，然后杭州不同的景点，然后去拍摄，然后做一些 VR 的事情，可能是博物馆也好，可能是韩店，是不是韩店？韩店，其实我真的想去一趟韩店。对啊，对啊，在哪边去可能是玩几天，然后办一下古装的还是怎么样，我也想去玩玩。所以应该在杭州来一边的话，我们就会做这些事情，然后把它变成一些VR 的project。所以 VR 大空间跟杭州的旅游这两个东西就会合在一起，变为其中我们一个会做的 project。今天下午有兴趣的话，真的一定要来。其实真的很简单的，我感觉他做了一遍给我看，我都觉得应该是一个不懂开发的人，他都可以开始做这个事情。这个 HTC 的头盔，它里边有一个Enterprise 的 account，Enterprise 的 account 装好之后，里边有个 program，它就可以做这个 room 的scanning。装好这个 room 的 scanning 之后，基本上它把所有的 marker AR marker 都放进去里边 Unity 里边。你这些叫 Unity 里边，根据你现在的 physical 空间放你的虚拟的东西在里边，虚拟的内容在里边，然后就搞定了。要你说互动的话，那互动的话，你就需要想一想你想做什么。比方说，它前面有一个门吧，你这个门的话，你就可以在 VR 空间里边去改变这个门，可能是它是中国古代也好，埃及也好，然后是巴黎圣母院也好，不到手了。你可以把它变为不同的情况，然后它打开之后就可以看到另外一些东西，看到另外一些东西。因为空间可能是现在 physical 的空间太小的话，其实你就可以改一改你的virtual 空间的改法，然后把它转一个圈，然后再来展示其他不同的东西给人家去看。所以这个应该是，如果不懂 program 不懂 AI 也好，怎么也好，如果你懂 Unity 都应该 OK 了吧？我觉得应该 OK 了。当然，对啊，试试看。然后往后边也会跟这些公司，其实你们去年有一些同学已经开了公司了，然后现在这些公司在杭州那边，我们的研究院里边去工作，你们也可以算是开公司，然后在杭州研究院里边拿我们一些开发的项目来去做，所以其实也不错的，加油了，大家加油了，对啊，我们会努力的啊，你们的。下午的话，叫多一点同学过来，因为我看 HTC，然后那人说我的学生大概有60多个，然后来的话，如果只有10个的话，我就没面子了啊！你们学习是很累还是怎么样呢？啊，OK，不要紧，你们下个月会更累。对啊，这个月还没有去到，对，还没有去到一个 peak 的情况啊。下个月你们考试 project 的 deadline 也是 assignment project assignment 考试的 deadline 也在同一个时间，那个时间你们才会死掉的。这个是这个月还好还好，但以前你们念书不是都这样吗？工科的学生都是这样吧？对吧？对吧？我们不知道为什么是特别的卷，还是特别的变态，还是怎么样？嗯，为大家加油啦，加油啦，不要紧的。啊、今天的课会短一点，还要轻松一点。 然后我们会把一些，因为今天主要是说 AI 的话有一部分就是上个星期我们说了，还记得吗？说了很多face scanning，说了很多 computer vision，说了很多object recognition 的东西。今天的话就会主要是只是说一个事情，NLU natural language understanding natural language processing 吧，NLP NLU 吧。然后如果是其他的 AI 的话，比方说AI GC 这个部分的话，我们就会放在下个学期。其实你有2门的课，你们会学到很多 AI GC 的东西的。第一门课就应该是在 School of Design 里边，我们 School of Design 哪些老师好吗？你们觉得 OK 吗？有些同学跟我投诉，他们不知道他们在做什么。如果你们有什么东西需要跟我说的话，你可以对找个机会小心的，还是2个人跟我说一说，其他老师有什么问题。有些时候，如果你不去说给我听，你直接去投诉的话，其实对找个老师也不太好。然后如果你说给我听的话，我就有礼貌的跟这些老师沟通一下。然后整个情况就会好一点。所以如果有什么你们觉得我们还可以改啊，还是怎么样的话，就不要去投诉了。最近处理投诉已经处理很多了，对啊，对啊，因为你投诉其他的老师，然后去到 department head 也好，去到校长也好，现在去到校长是没有什么用，因为校长就会把这个 email forward 给我们的 department head，然后给了 department head 主要都是给我去处理。然后因为可能是其他老师受到投诉之后，他们真的会不开心还是怎么样，然后整个情况就会变得很糟糕的。所以如果你们还把我当朋友的话，如果有什么投诉，有什么不开心的事情，先跟我说一下，然后看一看我可不可以做一些事情。如果不可以的话，你们才去投诉，会比较好一点，OK 吗？对啊，对啊，因为你们还有差不多8个月的时间在这边，如果把一些关系搞得很糟糕的话，其实也不太好。然后，对啊，其他老师对，然后他不开心的话，也教的不好的话，然后我们也很惨，大家加好了，OK。两门个课，第一门就是在 School of Design 那个时候来学的，另外一门就是在我们Computer Game 这个 Design 下个学期，然后我会教你们多一点 AIGC 的事情。这2门的课就会说了这一部分多一点啦。今天的 AI 就会说NLP NLU。So start our lessons, and yeah, we have around using 15 minutes, almost 20 minutes, to have some class management issue, and then we back to the AI part of the metaverse. So many years ago, so when we are designing this course, we do not put anything related to natural language processing into into our course, because around 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, when we start to design our course, most likely we only focus on VR and AR. We focus on the interactive design. We focus on the game design, etc., etc. But unfortunately, we have OpenAI. Around 2 years ago, we have OpenAI, and then the ChatGPT comes out, and then yeah, today I will also talk a little bit about the NLP, about the Google, OpenAI, etc., etc. Later on about their history. And because of the ChatGPT, so all of you guys, we understand what is natural language processing, right? You speak with the AI talk with you, and then you find that it's really helpful, and then it's really useful. So today, when you're using OpenAI ChatGPT 4.0, right? So most likely they can handle most of the research work. So today, honestly, I do not find my RA to do lots of the statistic analysis. I just ask OpenAI, hey, there are two groups of data. The group A is like that, the group B is like that. Can you help me to do some statistical analysis? So the OpenAI to start to do all the analysis for you, including the group comparisons, including the p-test, t-test, etc., etc. They really do their work really well. Okay. And because around 2 years ago, we have the ChatGPT, we have the OpenAI, then we have to mention about the natural language processing. So how the natural language processing can be used in metaverse, in VR, AR. 懂啊？ 你们今天下午是去 party 还是怎么样吗？我感觉穿的挺漂亮哦。对啊，是搞活动吗？你们自己 OK 了。然后下午还是来听一听 HTC 比较好，来1个小时也好。OK OK, so where should we use the NLP, natural language processing? Digital human, virtual human. Many years ago, when you are creating games, when you are creating apps, so most of our resources are put into the graphics. So there are lots of 3A graphics, lots of 3D scanning, reconstruction. They do very well in the visual part. But somehow about the interaction part is really boring. So when you talk with the NPC, long NPC is long player character, long player control character. Okay, long player control and character. So when you talk with the NPC repeat, and saying the same information. They are just like many years ago we call it they are just like a chatbot. But nowadays when you talk to a chatbot, they have a really high expectation. But yeah, many years ago, do you still remember when you use your phone to do the customer service with the banking or other things? So if you want the credit card, press one. No, if you want to listen to the English, press one. If you want to listen to the Cantonese, press two. Do you still remember these kind of things? Press three, press four. So many years ago, when we talk about NPC, when we talk about chatbot, their expectation is like that. It's just like a menu-based programmed up, okay? Programmed up loop and then deliver the information. It's just like similar. You press the menu bar and then select the item from the menu bar, or you have the multiple choice A, B, C. You only have A, B, C options, and then they will provide another A, B, C option, another A, B, C option, continue and continue. It's really doubt, it's really boring, and then no one care anything about the NPC, about the interaction inside the games or inside all the VR AR development because they expect yeah, the situation is like that. But unfortunately, around 2 years ago, we have open AI. They can do some really natural language processing. So let's continue. So let's continue. So today we will start about a brief introduction about the natural language processing, understand the speed of our natural human. So what is the component inside the natural human? So whatever the technology is changing and changing, we have the similar talking behavior. We guys human have the similar talking behavior, and in whatever different kind of language. So we need to understand the norm, what is the type, what is the nature inside our speed. Then we will talk about the technologies. So we will talk starting from the Google ones, and then we will talk about the LM, Facebook, and then we will talk about the OpenAI, etc., etc. And then we will introduce some of the tools that you can easily to create the digital human. Because today, unfortunately, because of the ChatGPT, so all they expect is a we say real human. I would say they are digital human, but they add like a real human to interact and then talk with you and then solve all the things for you. So that is their expectation. But honestly, you say that ChatGPT is really good, right? But if you go to the commercial use, there are still lots of the things you have to care. For example, the information that you have delivered, is this correct or not? ChatGPT can answer all the things, but all the things can be general, and maybe they are wrong or incorrect, unorganized with your company needs. Okay, so if you are doing the customer service, so you have think about this one. So some of the information you can deliver to it. They are tasks. Some of them they are called social robot. So they are for leisure, and then we will also discuss the usage with this one. So yesterday one of the yeah, one of my research students come and then talk about we discuss about the investment. We always discuss about the investment, about the money. So yeah, we discuss about the blockchain, discuss about the NFT, and then finally we discuss about the ChatGPT. So ChatGPT around 7 to 8 years ago, so is around ChatGPT 1 or 2, something like that. It's called yeah, OpenAI at that time they are doing computer graphics. So around 7 to 8 years ago, our effort put is into Google, and then we put a little bit into Facebook. That means the Meta. We put nothing into the OpenAI. And finally, one OpenAI dominate all the market. So computer industry is like that. And again, don't trust your professor to do any investment. Their choice are really bad. Okay, we always lose money, starting from the crypto NFT until this kind of chatbot. We make the wrong decision on our investment. Similar to the AI. I've mentioned right AI. I put all my resources into Fuzzy and finally Fuzzy died. We put all the resources into Love and then finally we have the VTGS. And then for the chatbot, we put all the resources into Google, Facebook, and finally OpenAI win the market. So we have no idea what we are doing right now. We lose a lot of our money and resources. Okay, so back to here, and we start our course. So chatbot or natural language processing. Easier layman way they will say chatbot. So when you talk with the other commercial, so don't use the NLP or don't use the NLU. So using the chatbot to describe your thinking because all of them they understand very well in this kind of setting. And then chatbot, I would say that it will be the first AI testing bed. Okay, AI testing bed. Have you heard about the tuning test? Do you know who is Alan Turing? Alan Turing invent the computer, invent the thinking of the AI. They also have a test called tuning test, because once he thinks that, hey, that is computer, and then the computer, sorry, that is computer, and then computer can change or they can behave like a human and then interact with the other, and then they think that this is intelligence, and then this is artificial intelligence. So when you have the artificial intelligence, that means that you will have some standard of a AI, standard of a intelligence. So they put this standard as they behavior like a human. And honestly, today, the AI, some of the domain, I would say that the AI, the IQ level of the ChatGPT is higher than a university graduate. Do you agree with that? Yeah, yeah. Because for all the tests for the given to the ChatGPT, so most likely they can get a higher marks compared with our university students. So guys, you have to think the AI we beat we guys human right now, starting from last year in many usually I would say that in all the domain, in lots of the domain, like, including design, including art, etc. They also beat us. So tuning test is like that. So say that we use human as a subject to test the AI. Human as a subject to test the AI. So the human don't know that behind the screen is a human or a AI. They just interact with the screen. So they will give the mask or they will answer, do you think that is an AI or is a human? So if they answer is a AI, that means it's not a human being. So it cannot pass the tuning test. But you will say that, hey, this one behave like a human. So that means the AI beat or the AI passed the tuning test. So they use the human as a standard to do the experiment and then to decide whether this AI level is mature enough. So today, when you talk with the ChatGPT, you think that it is a little bit not like a human being because they do not have lots of the emotion, they do not have lots of the feelings. But honestly, when you are talking about the knowledge or presentation of ChatGPT, they are we a human being. And then you cannot identify where this kind of conversation is coming from a human or from an AI. Okay, so tuning test, most likely the first testing bed is for chatbot, and that is the whole story of the AI start. And today, when we are talking about the chatbot, it can be easy divide into next slide. Sorry, because yeah, yesterday we have just submit one of our proposal. So maybe I'm a little bit tired. So today maybe my presentation is not as good as the previous. Okay. So we have lots of the AI doing different kind of things. So most likely we say that they professional terms is dialogue system or dialogue agents. And then if you go to algorithm terms, it's natural language processing, natural language understanding. Under the natural language processing, you have lots of different AI model. Deep learns and then transformer is under here. Is one of the algorithm under NLU, NLP. They are the tools. They are the algorithm for this part. And then for this kind of system, you have different existing application. For example, hey Siri. Hey, I do not. Hey Siri. No, you close all the. Or you are not using iPhone. Whatever. So you have different kind of the chatbot, and then the existing marketing ready to use product. For example, ChatGPT is one of them. So all of you guys know about ChatGPT, and then there are lots of different applications based on ChatGPT. For example, POE, Post, etc., etc. But before ChatGPT, we still have lots of the chatbot that has been used for many years. For example, the first one, well known, Siri. Siri. Exactly remember is around 10 years, 8 years, something like that. Siri. So almost 10 years. So should be like that. Alexia. So where can I find Alexia? Home Assistant. Home Assistant. 就是你们在国内应该有小度，对吧？还有什么我忘记了有什么 home office 小爱同学好像是这样。不去酒店的话，我常常都去玩。我今天晚上的小爱，我好像记得还是小度，忘记了。小爱打开空调，小爱，然后打开电视，就是今天我这不停的在玩这些 home assistant 的东西，home assistant。Okay, and then you also have the Google one, Microsoft, this one, Microsoft, Con, Ca- Cortana, and then you also have the Google Assistant. Okay, Google Assistant. So you have lots of the ready to use marketing product. So you use it for music, home assistant, right? So control all the electronic device, pay with the electronic device, set the timer. So most likely today, I saw my wife teaching my children. They always play with the Siri. Siri set timer to 30 minutes, and then my wife will say 30 minutes later you have to turn off your TV, you have to turn off your YouTube, etc. So they use this kind to set the timer. So you have no idea where I need to set the timer, right? So if you become a parent, so you know 就是我数到三，但现在就好一点，我们的空间比较大一点。我给你30分钟，Siri set the timer to 30 minutes, and then they will start this kind of 30 minutes free time, and then they will enjoy. Okay, set the clock. Chat for fun. Chat for fun. So usually, most likely, the start all this chatbot start with chat for fun. Chat for fun. So if you say that the first Siri, you always play with the Siri, and then you find fun with playing with her. Should be her playing with her, and then you require her to tell you a joke and so on, etc., etc. So today, lots of the IT guys talk with the ChatGPT. Yeah. And then lots of the company set the personality of the ChatGPT and then add a virtual girls, virtual girlfriends, and then talk with the boys. Yeah, and then they also use the AIGC to generate the graphics. So starting from this part, all the things are fixed, right? So maybe you are talking with a man or even is talking with an AI. So okay, check for fun. We need leisure. Really leisure. So that is really important. And then yeah, booking the travel reserve or etc. or clinical use. Most likely I am doing this part clinical usage of the all the mental health or collect the information. So if you read the policy of our Chinese government, so they always thinking about the AI, they thinking about the digital human, and one of the application they are doing is the digital human for the nurse or for the doctor. Because have you seen a doctor? Of course, yes, why？有看过医生吧？就是看医生的时候，其实医生都不停问你一些很无聊的问题吧？这些问题的话，需要医生来问吗？我觉得不需要啊。对啊，我是感觉是不需要的。然后，如果是现在国家想做的就是可不可以是找一个 AI 先把你医生想问你的问题，让 AI 先问。然后，如果你有住过院，可能你们还年轻没有住过院，住院的时候，护士其实每天来就是问你差不多的问题，做不同的检查，不同的questionnaire，然后这些东西的话，其实需要一个护士来问吗？不需要，可能是巫师比较漂亮一点，还是开心一点，但基本上是不需要的，我觉得。所以所有的东西也是可以用 AI 来 replace。所以国家其中一个想的方案，digital human 就是这些医疗的数字人，然后用他们来代替专业的人来来问问题，来问问题。So they try to offload some professional by asking some questions. But honestly, we have the similar observation. When you respond to AI and respond to the human, they are totally different, your answer. Yeah, you will feel leisure. So AI for fun is okay. AI for answering some question, you have to design some strategy or you have to design well your chatbot. Otherwise, your subject will not give you the correct answer or will not give you the answer that you need. This lesson will discuss these kind of things. Okay. So easy to divide the chatbot into two category. The first one is for tasks, task based. So Alexia and then all kind of 小度、小爱，然后还有什么同学的话，基本上的话就是这个，OK，task based. So you ask them to do something for you. To do something for you. Siri is also something. Siri is just like a personal assistant to control, it's an interface to control all the function of the iOS, and they are task based. So you have to match the user input to a task, and that design is here. It's a for a certain task. Okay, don't think that the digital human all are for leisure for fun. Most of them they are for the task base, especially commercial use to replace the customer service, to replace the doctor, to replace the nurse. They are task based. Okay, they are task based. Okay, so yeah, so most likely is book the car, control the car, control your home assistant, control your some of your yeah electronic device. I would say that. But honestly, we booking the restaurant. Will you ask the AI assistant to book a restaurant? No, I don't think so. I still do not trust this kind of thing. You can right now. You can book the restaurant. Right now, you can use the 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 Siri or use the Google Assistant. Google Assistant is quite good. So later on, we'll show you a case around 4 to 5 years ago. They really can book a restaurant, but we'll ask the AI assistant to book a flight, air ticket for you. No, no. In my case, I'm still really old school, and then I do not trust AI because I always think that they will make a mistake for my flight, and then I'm very nervous about the air ticket, etc., etc. So can you see that controlling the electronic device is okay. If you fail, it's okay. So I just repeat. Or complete, you cannot turn off the lights or turn on the light. I will give up and then I will go and then turn off the lights for me, right? And then the result can be seen easily, directly, right? But somehow about this kind of really complex, complicated task. So still, human have some certain level of the uncertainty. I would say uncertainty. Maybe they can do the task very well, but we just do not trust them. Okay, so that is for the task. So we have two we have two tasks classification, right? So first is task based. Another, yeah, virtual girlfriend, right? So we have for leisure. So most likely it's not task based, it's only for fun, or maybe for therapy, for PFP. Just like when you talk with, so when you feel pressure, you want to find a fans to talk, right? So can your fans give you a solution? Most likely your fan cannot give you a solution, right? But why you still want to talk with your fans? Here, therapy. Social. Humans are social animal. They want to release their pressure. They want to talk. And then when you are taught, you have some feedback. Although this feedback is useless. Okay? Okay? Although your boyfriend will or husband will only give you you still want to talk with your boyfriend or you still want to talk with your husband because you get some feedback from you. And this kind of release your pressure, release your social pressure. We are social animal, and that is the use of the nature. So don't think that hey, we only design for the company use for the customer service for the task base for controlling the electronic device. So sometimes we really need this kind of things. And it's in our human behavior, it's in our human norms. We need to talk with someone to release our pressure, to release our thinking. We need to find a fan that the fans know me a lot. And then maybe he or she can give me some啊情绪价值。So they will give you some of this kind of feedback and they fall into here. Long, long task, open domain thinkings. Okay. So what's that? Yeah, booking a movie tickets. So this is one of the example of the human dialogue. I'm sorry, today I'm really tired. So for this kind of dialogue, could I just ask you to read 1 minute or 2 minutes? And I don't just want, yeah, you can read it. I just want to, you read it and then I ask you some questions. So 1 minute to read this one. So, but observe this kind of conversation. So, do you think it's a normal conversation? Yeah, it's natural, right? Not normal. Yeah, you guys, I think you just like a computer science student thinking. So in computer science thinking or in accounting thinking, we always fill in a form, right? So we have our own logic. We design a form, and then we want the user to understand our form, and then input the correct information, and then we can start the process, right? But do you think that you you always cannot understand the logic of the form? And then you always input the wrong information and you always do not read the instruction and then fill in the forms. In our university, in our journal office, I'm quite famous about the wrong information in the form. So the journal office ladies, she always asks me, "Hey, you have filled in the form many times. Why you still make the mistake?" Do you have these kind of feelings? Yeah, just like you have lots of the admission inside school or doing all the things about the immigration department, you have lots of the forms, right? So they design for computer science guy design form. They want all the people understand their logic, bring the information one by one correctly, read the instruction correctly, fill in the information, and then I can start the process. But honestly, if you're talking about the daily activity, the conversation is like that. So it takes turn. Some student ask say that, hey, it's not natural, right? So why don't you just tell me, go to a counter, just tell me, hey, I want to book two tickets 10 p.m. and then in Seattle Pacific Place for the movie, just like I don't know, Seattle or something. So why don't you answer or would give me all the information in one sentence? I can start the process. Why? Why you cannot do that? Because we are human. We are humans, so we have lots of we are trained by the natural language processing. We cannot think about a systematical thinking one by one. We cannot process the whole information first and then give the correct information to another one without any mistake. It takes terms to correct the information, to correct the input and output process. Okay, so somehow there are lots of things you can observe. The first one inside the conversation is it takes terms. Natural language processing, it need terms. Okay, it need terms to to collect the information one by one and then process and then process. Don't use the form thinking. Don't use the traditional computer science thinking. I design an input form. I set up the constraint, and then all the user will follow my form. Natural language processing is not like that. Okay, bear in your mind. Okay, just like when you are doing the digital human, don't expect don't design a digital human that, hey, if you want me to speak in English, press one. If you want me to speak in Cantonese, press two. Don't design digital human like that. Okay, okay. So try to have this kind of term conversation, and then we guys human, we have lots of the constraint. Where is the constraint? I cannot find it. Yeah, I have the hidden agenda. I have the constraint about the process. You also have the hidden agenda. You have the constraint. For example, just like here, book a movie ticket is very simple, right? But maybe you have some hidden agenda. Hey, I cannot book a ticket or before 5 p.m. because I need to work. So need to work before 5 p.m. is your hidden agenda. Maybe the sales also have the hidden agenda. Hey, it's full house. You cannot book the ticket at 10 p.m., etc., etc., right? So all of we guys have the hidden agenda. And then in the natural language processing, in our human conversation, we will not put all these kind of words at the very beginning. And then we talk about the rules first, and then we start this kind of process. Okay, we only will let you know, hey, you have break the rules. Okay, just like right now, you come to our university, right? We have a program booklet. It's around 100 page, something like that. Have you read the program booklet before joining our program? No. We also have a student handbook. Peter, haven't read the staff handbook. Okay? Even your program handbook, I haven't read it. So what's wrong? Until someone break the rules, and then I know that, hey, there is a rules, and that is human being. Okay, okay, okay. No one read the rules, no one read the information until someone yeah broke the rules, something is happens. Okay，然后就是因为有一些过错没有在 rules 里边，没有在规矩里边，所以你就会发现越来越多很变态、很奇怪的 rules 在里边。对啊，对啊，啊。你知道吗？这个暑假嘛，我最麻烦的就是有很多同学是要9月的时候，工作也好，然后念书也好，就不停问我这个 cert 可不可以写9月之前跟暑假之前的艺术 day graduation day 是暑假之前，然后我办了很多这些事情，然后上个星期开始收了。老师，你可不可以把我的 graduate day 定在11月之后啊？See, see, we have the rules, and then no one read the rules. When you have the situation, when you have the difficulty, you will come and then ask, and then we have to negotiate, and that is human being, and that is natural language processing. Rules cannot be followed, and then rules cannot help you to start your conversation. So rules number one, do not give the rules to your user during the conversation. No one will read it. Okay. So yeah, that is the situation, and then we have the terms. And then, yeah, I guess you guys have talked with Siri for a long time. And then once you have this Found the CV can remember a little bit about your conversation, a little bit about your background information, just like the previously. Right? The previous one, we have the tickets, right? So the information is called collect by the terms, one by one, one by one, one by one. It's not a full sentence. But this kind of conversations, now the AI can do it. Don't think that we can do it for a long time. See that the first AI that can remember, they have the long-term memory. They can remember the information start from 2020. It's around 4 to 5 years ago. Okay, 4 to 5 years ago. So all the things, just like the previous, when you book a ticket, when you make a mistake, you need to start your conversation again. Okay, so don't think that I say that hi, I need to book a ticket for the movie Seattle in Pacific Place, 2 p.m. Two tickets and then 10 p.m. etc. etc. in one sentence. It's not a joke. When 5 years ago, when I make mistake inside the conversation, I need to repeat the whole command again, again, and again. Okay, but today is better. We collect the information by terms, and then we can have the long-term memory. And this kind of long-term memory is only 4 to 5 years ago. So why we have this kind of the power? Because we do a lot, put a lot of money into the natural language processing, into this kind of um, 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 processing, computation power processing. So do you still remember how much I should want for a ChatGPT 5.0, 5.5, 3.5, sorry, 3.5? The money that I can run a ChatGPT 3.5，就是如果我想跑一个 ChatGPT 3.5的模型吧，对吧？我们这台机器需要花多少钱？3000多万哦。我们 department 花了3000多万，然后买这台机器回来。对啊，只是可以跑3.5的模型。对啊，往后边就更没办法去跑。所以香港现在 Cyberport 买了另外一台机器，应该在1、2个月左右就弄好，好像是1.5到1.6个亿左右的钱港币。对啊，你看，需要做这些就需要花这些钱。对啊。然后其实我现在还想不通，为什么我们所有的东西基本上都是走免费这一条路，然后所有你现在用 ChatGPT 也好，其他东西也好，人家看见哎，不是免费就可以做吗？为什么你的 program 不可以给我免费把这个东西做出来？这个东西做出来是需要钱的。然后如果你是 commercial use 的 ChatGPT，其实也是收钱的，也是挺贵的，所以有其他对啊，其实所以有挺多的问题。然后后边我们会说一些钱的问题。OK， so we continue and then 小爱吧，小兵 OK 啊，太多这些人啊，原来之前那个是小兵，不是小爱吗？OK，so just like here, around 4 to 5 years ago, so we can start to have a long conversation. Why the memory is so important? Why the long-term conversation is so important for the chatbot? For what kind of use is really important? What is the application that we need a long-term memory? Why and why? So still remember that there are two, right? Social robot and then for tasks. Social and for tasks. Okay, which one need a long-term memory? Social. OK, social. 跟你找朋友一样，你会找一个 stranger，然后跟他去也有可能，对，真的也有可能。但是，哎，算了。但一般来说，如果你有压力的话，你会找一个懂你的朋友吧？为什么你觉得你这个朋友懂你啊？对啊，他有一个比较长期跟你关系，他明白你以前的过去，你可以缩小一点的情况，他就可以给你一些安慰吧。Okay, okay. So just like here, social robot need a long-term memory because for this kind of setting, you have you want something you want to input less and then get the fast response. from the chatbot, and then why they can have input less and they can have because they have a long-term memory, and then remember lots of your information, previous input into you, and then this kind of information we have your conversation just like your fans. So remember, social robot, the first one you have to do is long-term memory. And then long-term memory, the hidden agenda is money for the computation power. Okay, it's really expensive. Okay, so we talk about this one, and then we talk about the algorithm. For the algorithm, we can easily divide into two parts. So the first one is for the rule base. Rule base, that means the programmer, you do the rule base. If I see that the time is AM, or if I see that the time is PM, I will find the tickets that is in the AM, that the show is AM, and then they show this PM, something like that. So that one is rule based. If then else, or using other graph model, we'll discuss later, Finite Stage Machine, to do the chatbot. And then we have the first mental model that is called this one, Perry. So they pass the tuning test, rule based chatbot system, and then pass the tuning test. But honestly, we will always have the corpus-based data-driven chatbot. That means we do not have any rules, but we have the data machine learning to do this kind of conversation. Especially this one rule-based mostly is for the task. And then this one, data-driven mostly is for the social robot. They collect lots of the information and then find out, for example, long-short-term memory or the RNN, they find out the relationship of the next chatbot also, ChatGPT also, the relationship of the next wording, next wording, next wording, next wording, the probability of the next wording, next wording, next wording, next wording. So they will give you a sentence that makes sense by using probability, by using the relationship of the previous one, and of course some of your background information. So this one need lots of the data to drive. So that's why the ChatGPT 3.5 version. So we need a 34, 35 millions of million dollar Hong Kong dollars to remember all sorts of the data, because this kind of the data-driven social robot, so you need the information more and more and more. Okay. So today, when you need to design a digital human in your games or for customer service, so what should you select? For example, you have a customer service, right? You have a Q&A inside the museum, and answer this I'm not a culture, right? To answer some 宋朝的文化还是怎么样? So this kind of chatbot. So which one should you go for? 其他老师的题目永远也是选择 A 的选择还是 B 的选择？IT 男最不吃饭就是选择吧，对吧？有女朋友来的话，我就要这个女朋友，我不需要选择，对吧？但如果你有很多女朋友来的话，你还是需要选择吧，对啊。但 IT 男的机会比较小吧。哎，好，在一个博物馆，如果想做一个书记人，然后回答一些文物啊、宋朝、明朝啊，不知道在什么朝代的，怎么样的的碗啊，还是怎么样的啊？选哪一个方向？Rule base, rule base. Anyone choose the data driven? Data driven mixture. Combine them both 就是对啊，IT 有女朋友来，就是每一个也谈一点点吧。我不是需要选一个，我是需要女朋友是全部都要，对吧？Mixture, okay, okay, mixture. So somehow some of the information you cannot answer, especially when you put this digital human in China, in China. Okay, so if your customer asks some sensitive wording, so what should you do? yeah, call the police immediately. Yeah, I have someone asking some sensitive word things, and then please call the police, and then rescue her, something like that, right? Yeah, see that? So you can do the rule base first to screen out some of the information you can do it, some of the information you cannot process. So just like the previous one, so some of the customer they want the information that you can process. Some of the customer they will give you some rubbish. So for the rubbish, garbage in, garbage out. Okay, and then you will go to the data driven to see whether this kind of data is in your data set, and then because today we are always looking for the natural language processing, right? So you have to, based on the question, you have to base on their customer behavior to give, for example, the age of your customer to give a correct or to give a better answer to their age level, etc., etc. And this kind of thing need the probability, need the natural language processing, need the new encoder decoder, this kind of settings. So you need this kind of things. Okay, and some of the design of today chatbot is more and more complicated. They have the rule-based, data driven, rule-based, data driven, data driven, rule-based. So they have a different flow to process the data. So today is not only I select one direction and just use one product to complete your solution. So today we have to design the flows, how the mixture, how the data driven is combined together. OK，所以今天的话还是学习做一个渣男吧。就是怎么去控制你的时间，怎么去控制你的 step，然后可以把所有的女朋友都应付得好好的。Okay, so yeah, this question is a little bit tricky. So you cannot just say answer A and B. Why not both? Why we not take all the things into it? 就是我是对我老婆很好，然后还是很专一的老师来的，所以不要误会太多。OK，哎，啊，what's that? Stock and value. Okay, stock and value. So inside the conversation, honestly, do you still remember the conversation of the booking the tickets, right? So the um this is the speech of the human that we can get it. Okay, speech of the human we can get it. From this kind of speech, most of them are rubbish. Okay, okay. The only thing is we want to get the keywords out, out. Okay, get the keywords out. So what is the real information or what is the most important keywords that I should continue my process? Especially when you are doing the task-based or goal-based. So you have to identify this one. Okay, the keywords, take it out. When you identify this keyword, take it out. So you have to understand this one is for what kind of purpose and what kind of data type user should user choose. Okay, so in this kind of settings, can you see that all the conversation that we need to take care is the most important part. So that is attention. Attention is the starting of ChatGPT and is the thinking of the around 8 or 9 years ago. So we have a special thinking. All the things are rubbish. We only need to take the most important part from the sentence. The most important part is the attention of the human. How you process this kind of attention is called stored, or we call it here is the theme, right? Taking the correct information is a stored, and then identify the stored into different type is the starting of the chatbot, how we can process to the next step, to the next step, to the next step. Okay, so yeah, that is the basic information. Do you need a break? 5 minutes? If you know, then I will continue so we can stop our. Yeah, you can have a longer lunch, and then I have to prepare for the lab results for HTC. Okay, so wait, yeah, wait, this kind of conversation. Um, again, is book the ticket, but this one is the fight. Maybe yeah, I give you 2 to 3 minutes, and then after you have with the conversation, you can have a toilet break. Okay.感觉你们真的好累哦。对啊，还 OK 吗？你们就是压力大吗？开始有压力了，是不是这样呢？嗯，已经没有9月、10月那个感觉了，还好吗？ 你们去年的同学就应该去到12月、11月底吧，12月才有现在的情况，你们就早了1个月左右，所以12月更加的多。哦，对哦，12月更加的多的，还有考试啊，对啊，所以现在啊，我9号是开始哈，我们的是11号还是12号，我忘记了。啊，改完的课的话，我不可以，但是就近可啊，其实我会找一点给你们的这个班，就是给的题目呢，看文字的办法，你们会早一点就知道了。因为这个是会跑的，因为我们的话，对这个这个要跑排更好一点，更难一点，所以我会给他的 question 他肯定没办法给你们啊，question 是不可能的，question 是不可能的。但是这个 data bank 问的大概的范围是多少，然后这些需要看的文字的事情都会早一点给你们，可能是找这个11月底做了这个 moderation 的话，我就会给你。那可能是市场的问题，我会给你8条的 data bank，或者这个数据的文字，可能给你们8条，然后你们找一点。看这些 data bank，应该可以去想到这些问题是问题什么这样吧，因为这是我可以帮你们最大的情况。只有我这些客户没有 Richard 也是 open phone 吗？Richard 啊，Richard 这个医药然后也是 open phone 吗？HCI 你平常是对啊，HCI 应该是 cold talk 吧？没有啥，好了。哎呦，压力有去到我的地方了。哎呦，OK，回来。Okay, so here we have another conversations, and then here similarly we repeat. The first one you have to understand is terms, right? So don't think that the human can give you all the answer in one sentence. Usually they will only you need step by step. So just like when you are preparing your input form. So usually lots of the input form, they are not one HTML page. They have the next step, next step, next step. We give the information to the system one by one, one by one. So this one is the terms. Always remember is terms, okay? You cannot design a single terms um, 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 conversation or single term inter interactions. And inside the terms, you will have lots of the interrupt. Just like when I'm talking with the lecturer, I always jump to some joke or I always jump to some post and then back to the main chat and then continue. Jump to somewhere else and then back here and then continue. So they are called interrupt. Interrupt may be sometimes they may be useful because they provide the extra information. When you talk about this line, hey, I think that is a constraint. There is a hidden agenda in my brain. I want to say that my constraint, my hidden agenda to you for you to understand. So is useful interaction is interrupt. So sometimes the information is rubbish. So just like a joke. Okay, so they want you to draw. I want you to draw your attention back, etc., etc. Okay, um, um, but whatever, there are lots of interrupt inside it. So in your chatbot design or in your data collections, so somehow you have to have if you are using the tree model, so sometimes they have the subtree, sub nodes, okay, subtree, sub nodes to store the background information, and then using the information, maybe some of them useful or maybe some of them are useless, but somehow you need to go back to main tree and then continue your process. So they are called interrupt, okay? Interrupt. So just like here, so you have the interrupt, and then later on we'll say that another called back channel interrupt. So you have some acknowledgement, and then we'll talk about this kind of things. Okay. Terms is a really important of our human actions and then information conversation. I don't know why starting from the day one our conversation is like that. So no one. So thanks God. God is not a computer designer or not a engineer. Okay, so they allow us to generate our language slowly, one by one. So our information continue, and continue. And then we use this kind of terms for our conversation, for our speech. And then most likely the conversation can divide into 1, 2, 3, 4, four different kind of category. So um, most of them fall into this one. So you have the directive. So most likely you are advising, asking, or ordering someone to do it. Okay, it's easy, right? So when you buy a ticket, you are ordering someone to finish the process. You will give a order, and then you have the purpose, you have the you have the objective to do this kind of thing. So most of them they are directive. So if you receive the order, most likely, or if you receive the question, so most likely you have to respond. So respond, and then you have the quantitative. You are going to answering some questions, providing some information, and continue the process. Most likely, these two: give order, answering, give order, give order, responding, give order, responding, give order, responding. Will be continue, and continue. And some of them may be is commissive. So that means they are asking for the planning. They are asking for something we will learn. For example, if in Hong Kong, so there are lots of things that is related to the. Yeah, you can come inside. Yeah，她穿的好漂亮哦。对啊，要等她过来也说一遍吧。其实我觉得你穿的挺漂亮的，所以是 Halloween 吗？但是 Halloween 不是2天之前的吗？还是3天之前呢？对啊。哎，我也很想去玩呢。你知道 Halloween 其实我也是真的工作到，因为11月1号还有10月31号没有人嗱，真的告诉你们一个秘密，因为你们想找 professor 去可能是 PhD 也好，还是找他去谈话，对吧？不要找月底那几天，月底那几天肯定是有 proposal 啊，什么样的 deadline，他基本上都快要死掉的样子，他没有空去管你们，对。Okay, so sometimes they will give you some further information or promising or planning, etc., etc. So this kind of planning is asking you to agree with their planning or support their planning. It's no action, direct action or direct response is needed. Okay, so they just give you a planning. It's easy to understand then your boyfriend or your most likely your boyfriend. Your boyfriend will give you lots of the promise, right? So you need not to respond. Okay, they just want you to say that, yeah, I agree with your promise, and then I know that you have these kind of things, and then I will going to support, or I will going to yeah, align with your direction, etc., etc. Okay, so this one, and then last one. So most of people will miss it, but it's really important. It's called acknowledgement, or we call it back channel. That means okay, etc. So you see that sometimes this one acknowledgement may not be a speech, maybe just a facial expression or just some small stop of the conversation. So it's acknowledgement. It's really important. Later on, we'll discuss about the acknowledgement. And then the first two directive and then also the answering is easy, right? So turn up the music. It should be turn on the music. Okay, anyway, okay, turn up the music. So you have the order. You have the order. So you make your order, and then this one, what day in May do you want to travel? You have the order. You have the order. Okay. And then you have the response. So I need to travel in May, etc., etc. So and then fans is one of the acknowledgement, but fans may not be a good example here. So most likely acknowledgement will be okay, etc. Okay. So why we have the term? Because we need to build the common ground of the interactions. Common ground of the interaction. So common ground of the interaction when you are doing your travel, etc. So should you use a tree to build it or use a table format to build it? No, right? So most likely easier way is using a tab, tab, tab. Okay, or you say JSON, put all the tab inside JSON, and then continue store all this kind of the pieces of information extra ground for you to process further on, and further on. And today is easy. So because you have the ChatGPT, right? You just you just find out those important keywords, store it inside a tab, put this tab into the ChatGPT, and then put the ChatGPT as a natural language processing, and then complete the response to you. And that is the whole process of doing the digital human or digital design. Later on, we have the conversation AI, and then you will, if you want to experience, you can use the conversation AI and then do it. Most important thing, using this kind of tab or tab inside the JSON is we want to build a grounding, okay, grounding for the next step. And whatever you change, and then you have the grounding. So this one, so some of you guys have studied the Ping HCI, right? Yes, right? So why I press the button? The button need to light up. Feedback. Why? Acknowledgement. Give you the response. Yeah, I know you have input. I know you have input. Go back to the natural language processing. So you have see to this kind of AC, 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 etc. So here, if I miss okay, will you feel strange? Why? You are listening to me, or you have input my information to the system or not. So we have a colleague in the journal office. So he is a poker face, a boy with a poker face. Do you know what is poker face? 就是做什么东西他都没有表情的，然后你跟他说话，他都没有表情。但是好像他真的在做哦。然后每次我们跟他谈话的话，我们就会把我们的说的话变得很慢，然后就是可能把我们的答案再说一遍，每一次都是说了一遍，再说一遍，再说一遍。然后他去到一个情况就是我知道了，然后我们才没有跟他对啊问下一个问题。不是给我们才给他下一个问题，还有下一个 information。OK，so this is enlargement. This kind of grounding. Okay, so when you are you have the A and C, right? So when you are design system or when you design chatbot, always remember, okay is the most basic things that you have to provide. Because for a computer system, okay is nothing, right? You just repeat, you just type in okay. For a better grounding or better enlargement, is you get the keywords of the previous sentence, repeat the keywords, and then continue your next step. Okay? Because repeating the keywords means that you are going to import this kind of keywords or process this kind of keyword into the system. And then you also need the acknowledgement for your user. If the user think that, hey, this is not my main point or this is not my key concept, right? They will try to correct your keywords, correct your finding. So acknowledgement is really important. Acknowledgement is the design of the chatbot to get the keywords and then put it as a tab into your ChatGPT or all sort of things. Okay. So you see that this one is okay. And the next one on the 11th, okay. So see that I capture the keywords. I capture the key information and continue the process. So this kind of action is really important. And always remember to do this kind of thing. So just like this one, if you say that the system was next, or next step without capture the information or without okay, it's a really bad design. Just like a Google form, when you design a Google form, our Google form is not good, right? But when you design better Google form, so you need to repeat your information to the customer or say that at least, hey, we have received your request. So please be patient. We have received your request. This kind of response is really important. And then you have to do this kind of settings into your chatbot. Okay. What's that? The local structure. Question and answer. Yeah, there are lots of the structure during the conversation. For example, you have the question and answer, you have the proposal, accept or no, etc., etc. So no the structure of the conversation in your domain is important. For example, in academic, you have to give some proposal or report, right? Or you need to write a paper, academic paper. So what is the basic structure of an academic paper or academic proposal? Most likely you have 5 components, right? So you will not give the result at the very beginning, right? Yeah, I have did this kind of things, and yeah, you will not do this kind of settings. We have the format, we have the structure. Do you still remember your proposal structure is abstract or introduction? Okay, summarize all the things, and most likely this part usually is the last. Yeah, especially nowadays, this will be the last part that I finish my proposal, because most likely I will finish the other parts, and then I will ask the ChatGPT to generate the summary, and then I put the summary as the abstract and then put it on my paper. So yeah, today I do it like that. Introduction or abstract, summary, all your things. At least you need to introduce the basic thinking, so the audience, they have the basic idea of what is the next we are going to do, and then what is the things that we are doing. So just like when you date with your girlfriend or boyfriend, totally different. At the very beginning of your date or dating, right? You tell her or him what is your planning, what you are going to do. The feeling and then the expectation is totally 2 different kind of things. Okay, introduction, abstract. Next one, second part. Second part. Hey, you are university graduates, right? So you have write the proposal, you have write the report. Yeah, you can answer the introduction, abstract, and then the second part is literature review. Literature review, or someone say that yeah, layman term is background. Okay, background. Literature review or background is somehow what the other have to. So most likely is about you, in academic, you code the paper. You have the history or roadmap of the development. In industry, you code some product that existing in the market, and then point out what is the weakness. Okay, what are we going to improve? Literature review. Third part, most likely we always say that is the sandwich design. Sandwich. What is the sandwich? You have the bread, and then middle you have the hams, right? Sandwich will be most important part, will be the middle one. So the most important part is your methodology. Methodology. So most likely depends on your project. So most likely you will have the system overview, and then you will have the technical description, you will have the technical insight 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have different kind of things. Methodology. Fourth part is result, evaluation. Okay, result and evaluation. And then finally is the citation. The conclusion, yeah, always, yeah, because I always forget the conclusion. Conclusion is also generated by the ChatGPT, right? So can you conclude all my things, right? So mostly today I only prepare the yeah, literature review maybe, but literature review starting from last year, I start to use the ChatGPT to find something for me first, and then I go to Google Scholar to double check. Most likely I only write the methodology and also the evaluation, and then for the other part is the ChatGPT. Oh, okay. So yeah, remember the structure of your conversation. So you always have different kinds of the structure to do it. So I will not say this part. Yeah, sub-dialogue, sub-tree we have mentioned. So we need not to do all the things. Yeah. Yeah, constraint that we have discussed. And we have discussed a lot. When you have going to yeah, there is the summary, nothing special. Yeah, that's good. So what should we? Nothing special. So summary. So take away. So always remember that there are 2 kinds of chatbot. One is for the task-based, another for the social robot. So we have 2 major directions to design your chatbot. One is rule-based, another is data-driven. So data-driven is easier to understand that using the neural network, and then there are ChatGPT type. Rule-based is using the tree structure or using the other if then else structure. And then always remember the conversation. They have turn taking. The most important part is you get the important part out from the sentence, and then put it as a tap into your ChatGPT or other things. I don't know. So put it into your conversation tools. And then why we need to turn it, because we need to get the grounding. So yeah, and then you also have the infrastructure, because some of the conversation you always have the interrupt inside the system, and then you have to collect the extra information into it. So yeah, the next yeah, we jump to the second part of our today lessons is introduction of the technical product. So many years ago, around 4 to 5 years ago, yeah, ChatGPT is 3 to 4 years ago, so around 4 to 5 years ago. So the chatbot is still dominated by the Google. Okay. So sorry. Yeah, dominated by Google, but we'll say another one first. It's called Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft, I forgot. So we have the Microsoft solution, and then we have the Google, and then we have the OpenAI. Microsoft solution first. Okay, Microsoft solution. So Microsoft, they have their solutions called Azure. Azure. Azure is a platform for, is a PaaS, platform as a service. That means that they provide the VM, they provide all the API that is ready, and then they provide the machine learning that is perfect, and then they have the um, sales related customer service, and then they have architecture to teach you how to use this kind of service. So it's just like they are ready to use GitHub. Today, when you are going to build your technical product, right, most likely you go to Google's and then find out the GitHub library, find out the tools that I can implement. For example, natural language processing, for example, different kinds of comparison, etc., right? But someone say that, hey, set up the environment of the GitHub is really troublesome, because try to imagine they is free of charge. GitHub is free of charge, right? They do not have the response. Most of the things is free of charge unless you want to donation. They do not have the customer service. They do not have a guide to teach you how to run the product and what is the responsibility behind, or what is the problem behind this product. So can I have a company to set up this kind of AI algorithm or this kind of tools that is ready for me to use? And then we have the responsibility. If something goes wrong, I can let Microsoft or I can let Google to bear the risk. And at that time, they think that, hey, I should build a PaaS, platform as a service for the developer to connect to their, I would say, the GitHub, but honestly, to their algorithm or other things, and then to provide the service to the others. Okay, so right now, when I say in the PaaS, can you name two things that is good instead of using the GitHub? 但是如果是你是一个老板吧，然后你现在需要做一个product solution 也好，什么样的情况也好，然后这个还需要花钱吗？你去 GitHub 那边去找一个library，然后把它跑起来，不就行了吗？然后做一个 interface 就搞定了吧？还需要我花钱，对吧？这个是老板 A。然后老板 B 的想法不一样，老板 B 就觉得应该用Asia 也好，单公司也好，SenseTime 也好，然后用腾讯云、阿里云，用什么样的云 service 也好，什么样的也好，他觉得应该用这个 service。那为什么另外一个老板 B 他想的要的是其他不同大公司的 service 啊？你好像跑这些模型吧，其实用自己的电脑，用自己在 GitHub 里面下载也可以跑吧。Comparison YOLO 也好，然后 Natural Language Processing 也好，这个有很多的 dataset，有很多的东西哦。然后如果你想一想用 PAS 的话，他收我钱的啊，对吧？但是这个老板 B 为什么他还是觉得需要付钱呢？他钱多。 就是想给一些钱给其他人去赚的，我自己赚的太多了，对，给一些机会其他人去赚钱。没有老板是这样想的，所以如果有个人跟你说啊，我赚钱赚的太多了，给你一些机会去赚钱，不要相信他，对啊，这个投资肯定有问题。因为为什么我说这个情况？最近我的妹吧，我的小妹告诉我，你要不要一起去投资这个抓公仔机啊？抓公仔机，他说哇，我找到一家店，然后这家店我们每个月只是需要花3000块钱就可以拿到这个抓公仔的机，然后那个好像是他的朋友还是怎么说啊？其实这个赚钱真的赚的很多哦，我每个月都可以赚7000到8000啊，然后我给你一个机会也一起去赚钱啊。我听这句话，如果可以赚钱，你还会给机会给其他人一起去赚吗？然后为什么老板 B 还是想给一个机会给其他的公司一起去赚钱了？嗯，okay. So we back to our answer. The first one for the boss B, they have this kind of decision is first, they do not trust his or her developer. Okay, okay. So talking about this kind of AI, talking about this kind of algorithm computer science, there are huge knowledge you have to understand to make it complete and run. Even they are from GitHub, right? So you GitHub, you download Stable Diffusion, it works well. So we use the Stable Diffusion to do a apps, and then we earn a lot of money, right? But the Stable Diffusion, the GANs model, the all this kind of control, your programmer may not know anything. Okay, so boss B do not trust their programmer, and then they want some professional to join in their company, provide professional setting, provide professional ability, provide professional service to them to start their product. The first one, okay, they do not trust their developer. Second things, they want to split the risk. There are lots of ways. For example, if you are doing the interface, I collect the information. If the GitHub, they have the backdoor, okay, they have the backdoor, or the security, or all sorts of things that is not stable or etc. Right? So if you are a download the source code from the GitHubs or open source, they do not have any library to support your product or doing anything that is related to the legal issue. Try to imagine that if you have a data leakage, your server or you have the backdoor, right? All the user or your customer content is stored by the hacker. So you have to go to the jail and then receive the punishment in China, if you have this kind of settings, so the punishment starting from 1 million, and then your programmer or the boss, usually it should be the programmer, the boss will not go to a jail, have to go to a jail for more than 6 months. Okay, for more than 6 months. But if it is a company, I can ask the company to bear my risk. And this kind of thing is reliable, especially when your product is not stable. You don't know what is the risk, you don't know what is the problem, you don't know what's going on. Find someone to bear the risk. So that is the boss B thinking. Okay, boss A. Boss A, maybe he trusts his programmer or developer a lot, or maybe he just want to get the money and coast and then run away, maybe like that. So there are two different kind of things. So most likely for the boss B company, they will be in a large organization. They do not want any risk from their business. Okay, okay. So why the Microsoft they provide the tools, right? They have the tools platform. They they do not do the application by themselves. 就是好像刚才说了抓公仔机这个吧，他已经有个店，有很多的抓公仔的机了，为什么自己不搞这个 business？他让你去赚钱呢？工具都在我里边了，然后这个VN 都在我的手里了，我自己赚钱就好了，让你去赚钱吗？为啥？为啥 Microsoft 它 把个定位放在这边啊，大概是应该是差不多20年之前吧。Microsoft 的 CEO 从Bill Gates 变为一个印度印地的人，他就开始做这个 thinking。为什么？So we are talking about the second question. The first one we have answered, right? You have the boss A, boss B situation, and then the second one is if you are the Microsoft, you have the tools, you have the VM, all the thing is ready. Why don't the Microsoft do the application just like the Windows, just like the Office by themselves? They just provide the platform. Platform is a service, right? They just provide the platform, the tools, and they ask the developer to do the application, and then they earn the transaction fee. Why? 说是这样说，但是如果有钱赚的，他们还是会去的，肯定去，真的。为啥呢？风险大啊，基本上你开一个 application 都是亏本的。还记得我跟你们说过开游戏公司 developer 跟 publisher 的事吗？developer 的话就死掉98%左右，98，就是开发100个 program，98是死掉的，不赚钱。对啊，然后他还是做工具，你来帮我想一些idea，然后你来帮我去 implement。因为你可以去想好这个 idea，implement 好的话，钱就是你自己赚了，我在中间赚这个service 的差价，主要是这样。Okay, so why they have this kind of PAS, this kind of thinking? Because honestly, the risk of the application is high. So the big company, they just stay in the second level. They provide tools, they provide a platform, and then ask you to provide the idea. So I would say that they are also a publisher, and then you are the developer. You do something and then ask for the money. Okay? 这个情况其实在中国应该很常见吧，就是赚钱的都是平台，然后亏钱的就是所有的其他的人了，小商家怎么样。但是在平台里边，就肯定有些人是赚很多很多钱，然后就大家都想做这个赚很多很多的钱的人，就差不多是情况是这样。OK，so Microsoft they have the natural language processing, they have the speech service. So from the speech service, so they have the sales and support. So that's one is the most of the people they will use this one because this is the customer service. This one, sales and support, is not you receive the sales and support from the Microsoft. It's you create the customer service for the others. So you can use this one. Because customer service, they have some special logic programmation you need to bear and then answer the question. Live captions. So today, when you are using Teams or today when you are using some online video conversation, usually you have the real captions. 就是为什么现在有很多的公司，它可以在世界不同的地方，然后叫人过来，然后去做公司谈话，他们之间都是说英语，但是好像是没办法听懂其他国家的英语哦，那怎么办呢？这是真的是啊，你可以找一个印度的人来，其实印度的人说英语的话，我可能20%、10%，其实我完全听不懂现在他说的什么，但是如果有 caption 的话就很好了。对啊，就是 AI，它基本上印度人的英语它都听得懂，所有人的英语都它都听得懂了。Okay, so live caption is really important, and then yeah, you also have the translation. So today you have the real translation for your videos for all the things. If you cannot understand the English today is good, so they can translate into Chinese. They can translate into all the things that you want. Okay, read aloud. Without for the visual impairment people. That means for the blind people, they read all the information from the website, from the task, and then read to you. Speak to task. Easier say, speak to task. Dictation I forget. Can you forget? Cornea. Cortana is the chatbot, is the assistant inside Google. All these kind of things go to the HR speed, and then you can connect to the HR speed. If you want to learn more, there is a link. So the easiest way is for you to do is go to the HR, Microsoft Solutions, and then there is some AI powered things. So input your credit card, bear in your mind, bear in your mind. maybe they will charge for your money. So always remember that you have the chance to charge by them. But for example, you have done subscription, etc., etc. If you haven't used this kind of service, ask them to refund. They will refund directly. Whatever is Unity, next semester we'll teach more about the Moose AIGC things, Microsoft, Google, etc. If you haven't used it, you haven't used it, you can ask for refund, and they are always willing to refund because the time, the resources to deal with you to provide the solution and then want to keep your money and then have the bad reputation is not worth. So they will refund for you directly. Okay. Don't worry if you input the credit card. So feel free to input your credit card. Anything goes wrong, just go to the station and ask for refund. So they always can do it. After that, yeah, you can build in their speed service. So speed service is easy to do it. So you just put in the server information that you are going to deploy, and then they will give you a key. Okay, so all this kind of PaaS platform as a service. So how to identify your apps is using their service is the key. Okay, so keep your key very well and then do the monitoring. Some of the application, they will steal your key and then provide the app B, app C, app D, and then charge for your key number. Okay, it may happen. It may happen. So keep your key in a better way. So this one is OCP, APIM subscription key, something like that. So AEC, let me have a look. Yeah, Open Compute Project, Asia API Management. Okay, key. Don't ask me again. What is OCP APIM? Ah, yeah, if you ask me, Open Compute Project, Asia API Management. Yeah. So that is the key of the mic. I would say that is the key of the Microsoft. Okay. It's nothing special. So you can have a look with the names. So if we want to do a split, for example, in the Unity. So you have the digital human, that is the Unity, and then you want to use the yeah Asia service to do all sorts of the video speed to task or the container or the chatbot. So put this key in your Unity project. Put this key in your Unity project and then start a speed to task service. So the speed to task first, you need to initiate a web service and then connect to the Unity. And then yeah, put this part and then connect to the Microsoft Azure and then they can start the web request. Or this kind of web request is the HTTPS. Okay, they are not using the socket. That means they are not keep the connection to your games. HTTP means that you send a request, they stop the connection, they will send the response to you, and then they close the connection set. Okay, so you you know TCP/IP and then the what's another one? TCP. Do you know? Yes, right. One is the socket. Socket is means that you have the online game and then you connect with them. Yeah, and UDP, you connect with them forever. So this one is the socket program. Is UDP, and then TCP/IP is the web connection. You send request stop, and then you send request stop. Okay. So in this kind of setting in your Unity, so you have to ask them to press the button, start the recording, just like your WeChat, start the recording, release your button, they will stop the recording, send the recording to the Asia, return for the response, and then yeah, you will have another terms. Okay. Okay. So don't think that they will just like your online game, they will have a microphone and then you can continuous transfer from you. No. So they just transfer pieces of the voice to the server, bad, and then do the response. Okay. So this one is the web usage of the Microsoft solution. So this code that you can just copy and paste and then see what can you yeah, what you can do. So go back to home and then try this kind of things. So you will have the speed to task. Yeah, so you remember you need to do the recording, right? You recording. So the recording code is right there. So Unity will prepare a wave recording and then store it and then turn it into bytes and then send to the Asia. And then coding is over there. So you have to create old microphone settings and then capture all the information. So for the update, so you need to get the key uh, to test whether they have pressed the key down or not. Always remember that in Unity setting, in Asia Unity setting, it's just like a WeChat voice over, voice message settings, okay? So that is the Microsoft solution. So today, what is the advantage of using Microsoft solution? Because Microsoft is one of the investor of OpenAI. So somehow they have the Civic 2 task, right? And then the task will go to the OpenAI to do the processing. So they have a more and more natural language bed to your task and then respond to your customer. Okay. So it really depends on the job that you're going to do. So yeah, many years ago we do not use the Microsoft solution. We use the Google. We think the Google solution is the best, is the king. But somehow some Microsoft now because they do some good investment. And then nowadays when you are working Word, Excel, PowerPoint, so they have the OpenAI powered all sorts of the assistant. So that's good. Okay. Yeah, it's fun. Ah, yeah, that's very interesting thing. So have you used the Word to type in your project？就是你们现在有用 Microsoft 的 Word 去打你们报告吗？有吧？然后你发现，如果你真的啊，其实你知道你们的学生你们都买了 Microsoft 最好的 Surface 吗？你们的Office 的360啊365吧，然后其他都是最 high end 最贵的那个 product。那最贵的那个 product 有什么好处呢？就是你可以用到 OpenAI 的 Surface，OpenAI 的 Assistant，它有一个 Microsoft Copilot 的东西。那现在你打你的报告，你打好第一个字、第二个字，它就会慢慢的有第二、第三、第四、第五个字。然后现在在想，其实这个报告还是我的吗？对啊，然后因为有很多我们发 paper 的时候都说啊，这个你的文章不是 generative AI 做出来的？然后我在想，如果我真的用 Word 来都打的话，下一个字也是 Microsoft suggest 的哦，基本上每一个字都是 Microsoft suggest、OpenAI suggest 的哦，然后我还是用了，要不 Chat，然后我还是用了 generative AI 还是没有了。不能去伟大，但是在大学我们就没有所谓。我们的大学是你们可以用 OpenAI，你们可以用 ChatGPT，你们可以用 Generative AI，但是里边有一些内容，你有个想法都需要，主要是来自你们，这个是最重要的。OK，so we only care the idea. Today, honestly, lots of the reports they only care the idea because they know that most of the information are generated by the OpenAI. So whatever you use some beautiful wording to describe your product, etc., they are generative AI. So they only trust the main idea, whether they buy in this solution or not. So yeah, always think about the idea and then watch lots of the information. Okay, yeah, then we will have a look with Google solution. That we spend lots of the resources and then time into Google solution. Yeah, mouse. Yeah. What is the way to affect our clients? I'm looking for something on the search. So, one second. Mm-hmm. Sure. What time are you looking for? 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. You have a speak between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Depending on what service you would like, what service would you be looking for? Just a women's haircut for now. Okay, we have it 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's your first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks, great. Have a great day. Bye. It's not amazing right now, right? But around 4 to 5 years ago, it's really amazing. See that the AI, the system, we pass the tuning task. So the real human thinks that hey, I'm talking with the real human, and then do the conversation with the AI. So yeah, that is our investment. So we invest lots of the resources to deal with this one, and then do many different kinds of product. And around 5 to 6 years ago, so honestly, Google thinks that their natural language processing or all this kind of AI, they are the top of the world. And until the ChatGPT OpenAI's come, and then the Google first alert. I exactly remember they say it's red alert appear in their Google company because they feel that hey, we have the competitor. And today they really have the competitor. So wherever we talk about the Google solution first, whether you are the fans of Google or not. So Google, Microsoft, the product is called Asia Speed Service, Asia Cognitive, etc. So the Google, the service of the natural language processing is called Dialog here, Dialog. And then there is the different kind of product. ES essential, S is for what? I forgot. ES is should be essential, and another version is called CS, customer customization. So what is the things that are going to do? So user usually they have the request, they have the request here, and then they will do the speed to test, and then the speed to test C. They are going to get out the most important keywords. Keywords. Okay, they get the keywords. You can say that is attention layer, attention from the test sentence, and then they put it, like say tab, or put it in somehow about the parameter. Yeah, the I forgot it's dot and then the start and then theme and then start. I'm sorry, I forgot this one. So they find out the parameter and then they find out the and then they find out the value. So this kind of thing will be stored inside JSON. So or we always call it the tab. There are a lot of tabs and then so in the JSON, and then they will process your request according to their database. They will find out the best solutions, and also this one you can customize. You can have the tree model and then customize into it and then put it into test to speed speech, and then go back to the user and then let the user to listen to the response. So that is called dialog flow. The setting is still very easy. So you have the Google account, right? So just register your Google account again, pay the credit card. Okay, the most important thing is the credit card. Do you have the credit card? Yes, right. That's good, right? Because last year, so some of your classmates say that, hey, I do not have a credit card, and then I don't need a credit card, right? So yeah, it's two different kind of culture for the Western people because they have a good Visa Master system, and then most of them they use the credit card. For Chinese people, most likely they use the WeChat, Alipay, and then no need to use the credit card, right? So some of your classmates, honestly, they do not have a credit card. But if you want any IT system, you need a credit card. Okay. So yeah, create agents and then give the agent's name and then give the fill in the basic information, especially about your project, and then you have the project ID. And the most important thing is again is the key. So where I can find the key? Where is the key? Where is the key? Whatever. So follow the step and then type in your project name. Type in I'm the admin, set up the security settings, cap the amount, etc. And then you can start your Google service. Hey, still, where is the key? Yeah, finally I get the key. Okay, inside project, inside admin, create key. You have the pitch off, pitch off key. And this one, again, put it into Unity and then put it into different area. And then you can start to use the Google Dialogflow service. So yeah, it's easy. Okay. And then inside the Google Dialog service, so inside the Unity, you do the similar things. So you put this kind of information in your Google account, and then they will start the HTTPS conversation. Again, this one is a TCP connection. Do the recording, send the recording, pause at the recording. respond to the user, and that is the flow, and then they close one of the connections. Okay. So I do you want me to go through the code? I guess I need not, right? So the code is ready for you to hear for your Unity, for Unity. So right now, after these lessons, I get you can use different kind of the service and then connect to Unity and then start your digital human project because code is ready. And then service is provide PAS, right? Is provided Google by Google, provided by Google, provided by Microsoft, etc., etc. So one more thing I would like to talk about the Google ones. So Google, behind they're using a technology called Fine Stage Machine. Fine Stage Machine. Have you FSM? So have you learned Fine Stage Machine before? So this is a graph model. Graph model. So graph model that means that you have the nodes. S1, S2, S3, etc. So they are the nodes. And all the nodes are connected by the link. So this one is called transition. I would say that transition will be some of the if then else rules, some of the basic information that driven you to other step, other step, other step, and then start your process. Easier understanding will be a games called Pac-Man. Have you played Pac-Man before? 以前小时候有玩个赤斗人是吧？赤斗人，太满，有吗？有玩过吗？好了，大家也玩个非常好了。这个鬼的 AI 怎么写？这应该是最基本的，computer science 的问题了，应该懂吧？这个鬼，这 AI 怎么去写？哎呀，好累啊！来，这个鬼的 AI 怎么写？What? Catch. Mm. Mm. And there is one more stage. So what? The player, the Pac-Man, right? Will yes. So when the escape. So honestly, there are lots of if-then rules. If-then rules. Programmer or developer nowadays they only learn one thing is how to organize the coding, organize the polling statement one by one. If there are lots of if-then rules, it will be hard for them to manage. And then we need some special you can say it's data structure or special way to manage the if-then rules if-then rules case. So it makes the management easier and then it makes the management in a better way. So finite stage machine is a graph model to design these kind of things. Okay, so lots of the if-then rules, right? So the easiest way we will define there are three status as status for the goals. The first status is roam. 巡逻就是走来走去 okay roaming initiate stage nothing special so they just have a random walk to do to see whether just random walk nothing special random walk so if they see the wall so just random walk to another location etc but they have another stage chase cache the Pac-Man cache they have the goal to cache the Pac-Man so they want to chase. So if the Pac-Man go to a certain close distance, so I see the Pac-Man, and then I will try to trace him, right? And then that is another stage. And one more stage is they want to escape because the Pac-Man become back. Is it become back or back? Okay, back. Okay, back. So the Pac-Man can eat the ghost and then they want to escape. So there are three status inside the Pac-Man. For each status, there are some if then else rules. Okay, if then else was, for example, if C, the Pac-Man, right? C true. So they will try to trace, they will try to catch the Pac-Man. If still they are inside the cycle, they will still trace the Pac-Man, catch the Pac-Man, and then do the looping. So that is called finite stage machine. Finite stage machine. Why finite stage machine is important in our natural language processing or in our conversation design? Is based on solid. For example, if I say that's the buy the movie ticket or buy the movie ticket, right? So do you think that finite stage machine can help to design a dialogue to buy the movie ticket? How? Hmm. Repeat repeat the step. Yeah, it's similar. So somehow you can define the movie ticket into different stages. For example, you have the stage about the time, you have the stage about the what kind of movie, you have the stage about the additional information, you have lots of special case, lots of the special case. For example, there is a special case for the for the三级片怎么说？三级片，三级片是这样说吗？你知道什么是三级片吗？就是小朋友不能看的电影，对吧？你们国内有吗？没有吗？哦，因为好像是三级片是没办法在国内去看吧？也所以有很多对，有很多的人才去香港，就是看这些三级片。Okay, so there are some movie cannot be seen by the children, right? So okay, only for the adults. So maybe if you can observe the age, or if you throughout the speed and then throughout their talkings, right? So the children's speed and the children talking are totally different. So you have another one for maybe for the adult videos or adult with movie. It's not, yeah, it should not be adult movie because adult movie is the XXX movie, right? So I'm not sure how to define this one, this kind of things. So you know the difference, right? Yeah. 就是三级片不等于是成人的电影，好像是怪怪的这样说。哎，算了。Okay. So you have this some kind of design, and this kind of design can be used in customer service. Customer service, especially that when your customer service become very complicated. For example, one is deal with the complaint. One is deal with the product identification. One is going to sell the customer, etc., etc. So you can use the finance stage machine to build it. And this one is quite important because for all the finance stage machine, you can use the if then else to do all sorts of the conversation building. And this kind of the interface is ready inside the dialog flow. So a dialog flow is something like that. Inside the Google dialog flow is something like that. It's a finite stage machine settings. So if you are a game developer, where I can find a finite stage machine in the Unity? Finite stage machine, this kind of algorithm or this kind of structure is also inside the Unity. So where is it? Starting from A. And so where I can find the finite stage machine in Unity? In the animator. Okay, especially you have the idle stage, you have the run stage, you have the attack stage, you have the die stage, etc. We are in the dying stage, right? And right now, I see that yeah, I'm in the dying stage, and then see that you also in the dying stage. Okay, so you have this kind of tree structure. So sorry, you have this kind of log structure, and then this kind of log structure can be used inside different kind of things. Especially in games, you have the animator, and then inside the natural language processing, you also have the chatbot design, and then do the customer service. So when you see, hey, Peter, you say that five stage machine of graph model is used to manage the code easier, to have a better management, visualization, better management, right? Hey, and other rubbish, right? Complicated, lots of the point together. So what can how can we improve this kind of the graph model? Hierarchy, sorry, hierarchy. Okay, put it into hierarchy, sub model. Okay, sub model, divide and conquer. So inside the Google Dialogflow ES or CS, you will have this kind of settings. So you have the submodel, and then you have different kinds of the settings to build your chatbot. Okay, so advantage of the fine state machine, so it's a very dynamic memory structure, easy to understand, very fast for the processing, etc., etc. And then the disadvantage is the stage and the art may go very fast. Everyone, they will create different subgraph. Everyone, they will create different stage, etc., etc. So the different, still it fall into another management issue. It fall into another code or programming management issue. Okay. Ah, yeah, we have talked about how can we apply in the chatbot. It's for especially for the customer service. Ah. Yeah, one of the example how the dialog flow, how the Google dialog flow can be used as a custom in a customer service. Yeah, we also have the similar settings. So we create a dialog flow for the professional training. So if you want to have a look later on, you can watch this kind of videos. So how we order the food, how we ask for the weather, how we do the chat, etc., etc. So they try to simulate a a yeah a shopkeeper inside the inside a cafe. So hmm, you have go to McDonald, right? Before. So McDonald put you into a really pressure way for you to order food. So when I'm small, when I'm really small, I will quite afraid. I need training to order the food inside the McDonald because I have to think very clearly and then go to the cashier. Number one, coffee, and then I look through the number one, Coca-Cola, take away, and then I will leave. Right? So it's under a high pressure. You need to think carefully what is the food you need to order, and then you go to the cashier and then do. But if you go to some cafe in UK or somewhere else, Hong Kong is not like that. But if you go to somewhere else, the the shopkeeper, they will always chit chat. Okay, they have some personal conversation with you. For example, asking how's the weather today, and they're asking, hey, you look tired today, so can I make you some recommendation, etc., etc. So it's more human being. So could I ask you, do you have this kind of experience? 就是在中国吃饭的话，其实会有一个很好的阿姨每天跟你去谈话，然后每天问你你看起来好像是没有这样多的活力了，你要不要来一点餐啊？还是你要不要来一点怎么样？会有这样的情况吗？没有，有，不知道。在外国就比较多一点，因为外国的话，他基本上跟你建了这个关系的话，你每天都会去他们那边去吃饭，然后他们就可以拿到 tips。因为他们的工资很多的部分是来自 tips 的，所以怎么去跟你去沟通，怎么去建立这个关系都话都是其中一个。但是有一些人喜欢，有一些人就不喜欢了，有一些人就觉得fast food shop 就是这些快餐店，然后告诉1号餐可乐拿走，3个东西你就给我一个 service 那就好了，不需要太多沟通。所以每个人要求不一样呢，所以对，so that's the things. OK。啊。Yeah, almost. Maybe we can finish our class earlier and then yeah, we will have an early lunch. So here is about the ChatGPT. The best or the ChatGPT why become famous is starting from ChatGPT 3, the free model. So it's a probability distribution. So they is a kind of probability. So what is the probability of the next wording, probability of the next wording, next wording, etc., etc. So honestly, the whole setting is the probability distribution. And then the beauty of the ChatGPT is they use the GAN model together with the transformer. That means the attention layer. Attention layer. They understand what is the most important things that you want to put your attention from your speed or from your voice, and then they get out this one, and then they understand well about your conversation, and they are huge amount of data, huge amount of the data source to process their settings. So today, when you are using the ChatGPT, so 3.5, they're using some 34, 35 millions Hong Kong dollars to run their model. So it's really expensive. Not all the not all the company they or not all the country, not only company, they can start this kind of things. So yeah, today more and more people say that I'm still the boss A. I would say that I will be the boss B, buy the service from the others. So how can you say that you want to download the model from the GitHubs, you say that you want to download the ChatGPT free model, right? So if I'm the boss A, I will ask, how can I get a huge amount of money and then want your product and then want your project, right? See, 34 millions of dollars to run a chatbot. No way. I am not sure that your product is okay or not, will be successful or not, earn the money or not. So today, more and more bots, they will go to the boss B direction. Hey, go to the ChatGPT, go to the OpenAI, buy their service. I will pay for the usage, pay for transaction. Just like that we have mentioned before, whatever you are using the Google, Microsoft, or this one, OpenAI service, they are charged by the transaction, charged by the transactions. So usually they have a certain number of the free transactions. So if you are commercial use, if you are not a commercial use, and then you are a student, just go to them and then use and then try and then learn. Okay, so they are perfect solution for your project. So even the ChatGPT free, so they can answer different kind of questions, and then they can explain their solution, explain their response according to customer needs. So you can have the setting say that yeah, I'm in the museum, so I'm the I don't know museum, I'm the introduce. I'm going to introduce all the pubs inside the museum, and then my target audience is some primary school student, etc., etc. You can type in this kind of background information, and then all the response, all the presentation will be changed according to your response. So yeah, it's quite perfect. Yeah, but I would like to ask, do you have VPN? Yes, right. So you know how to use the VPN, right? So in Hong Kong, we can use the Google solution, we can use the Microsoft solution, but you cannot use the OpenAI solution. Okay, so today if I use the ChatGPT, so most likely I will connect to the Singapore. So Singapore, they have the service, and then to connect to the OpenAI. And then first one is you have to run the VPN or buy the VM in Singapore, not in Hong Kong. Okay, in Singapore. So yeah, after you have buy the things in Singapore, so you can use the ChatGPT and start your service. And ChatGPT is it provides lots of the API. It's test in and test out, test in and test out. Last month, they have the voice input and voice output. And because of the 4.0, so they have the multimodal model, and then they can understand what is the speed. What they don't, there is not perfectly, I would say that it's not only speed to test, they also understand your emotion, understand your speed. Yeah, understand your speed, your emotion amplitude and the frequency. They understand some hidden information from the speech. So they are not purely is a test in and test out solution starting from the ChatGPT 4.0 solution. So yeah, perfect. And then they are faster than our slide upload because I prepared this slide in the summer. I update this slide in the summer, and now not only test in, test out, you can cross over this one. So yeah, what can we do? So yeah, let's see. Conversation. Maybe we watch a video first. Have you tried to use the virtual Peter? Thanks. Virtual Peter is created by the conversation AI. So in my last video on the main channel of Alan, I had to share with you my latest project on making ChatGPT powered NPC. And I really didn't expect a result like this in NPC that could have their own personalities, scene understanding, and even trigger some action. Now, you guys were super curious about how to do this yourself, so I had the pleasure to share with you a two-part tutorial series where I will share everything that I learned. Now, in the first part that you are watching right now, we are going to set up ChatGPT for Unity and be able to get a ChatGPT answer from a player's input. Now, the second part will be posted exclusively on my Patreon and will focus on more advanced subjects. On this exclusive tutorial, we will learn to set up in VR with voice to text, text to speech with Emmanuel Poly, and make the NPC trigger more than speech. So if you'd like to support the channel and learn more, you know what to do. The link is in the description. But without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here we are in an almost uncertain project. As you can see, the only thing that I did was add the 3D character. This one is from me, but it can work with any character. Next, I place the camera in front of this character and add a simple canvas with an input field for the player to write and this panel to get the NPC answer. But for now, if I click on play, I can type anything I want, but when I press on enter, this NPC stays silent. So let's fix this with the help of ChatGPT. Okay, so to set up ChatGPT for Unity, we are going to use this GitHub project that you will find in the description below. Then let's click on the top right corner, go and click here to copy the Git link. Now let's go back to Unity. Okay, so to import this GitHub link, let's go to Windows, Package Manager, the plus button, add package from Git URL, and paste the link we have. And after clicking on add and wait a little bit, the package is now installed, but we are not ready to use it. First, to use ChatGPT in our application, we need some credentials. For this, we need to go to the current user on this computer, create a new folder called .openai. Then inside this folder, let's create a new text called code.json. Make sure you are not taking any typo here. Okay, so let's open this text file. And on this text file, you will need to copy this text that you will find in the description with the API key and the organization. Now, what's left for us is to write inside these the key for the API and for the organization that you can get by first going to the OpenAI website and create an account or sign in here. The next step is to go to platform.openai.com/account/API key. Yeah, again is the key. Secret long, but be careful because I believe it is only shown to you once. And with this secret key, we can paste it in the text file that we made earlier. Now, for the organization key, you can go to the settings and you will be able to see it here. Okay, so at this point, you should have the authentication file ready with your two keys, which means that everything is ready to use ChatGPT. But be careful because sadly using ChatGPT API is not free. So I will leave in the description as the pricing page if you want to learn more about it. Now, anyway, let's go back to the and get started on our response. Okay, so I'm going to create an empty game object called ChatGPT Manager. Then let's click on Add Components and create a component of the same name. We can then open the script in Visual Studio. Okay, so in this script, we're going to write at the top using OpenAI. Then create a new private variable, private OpenAI API, OpenAI equals new OpenAI API.
By the way, as you can see, instead of adding the creature in our own application file, we could directly build them here, but as this will be directly written in the project, it's not a very secure method. Anyway, now let's create a new function called public void ask ChatGPT that will take as a parameter a string called new text. Okay, so to get an answer from ChatGPT, we need two things. The model that we want to use and a list of messages that correspond to the current chat conversation that we had. So for the list of chat messages, let's add at the top private list chat messages equals new list of chat message. And with the new text input, let's create a new message with chat message. The message equals new chat message. Now, we can set the content with new message that content equals new text. And in this case, the message is sent by the user himself. So let's write new message dot row equals user. We can then add this new message to our list of messages with messages that add new message. Then the next step is to give this message to the chat GPT. And for this, let's create a new request with create chat completion request equals new create chat completion request. This time we can set the request message to be on message list. And finally, for the model, we can do request that model equals GPT 3.5 turbo. Now, it is noteworthy that you can actually choose different models based on what you want with the rate per minute and the token per minute, which you will find in this page right here. Okay, anyway, now we can get ChatGPT response with our response equals OpenAI.create chat completion request. But as you can see, this create chat completion is a Nancy produce function. Now, that may be something that you've never heard before, but it basically makes it possible for this function to move to another task before it's finished. To give you an example, it's like you're making a meal, and while it cooks, you can dress the table. Cooking the meal in that case is a Nancy produce operation. Now, I will not go too much in detail with this, but I will leave a link in the description that will explain it to you a bit better than me. But anyway, in our case, we want to wait to get a response from ChatGPT before continuing. So let's write in front a wait before OpenAI here, and then we can get rid of that error at the top by writing async in front of void. Okay, so at this point, once we have waited for the response to be generated, we are going to have a list of choices that we can choose from. So let's make sure that first it exists so that if response that choice is not null and that response that choice that count is greater than zero. Now, if it's the case, we have a response and we can use one of the choice. In my case, I'm going to keep it simple and add to our message list the first choice message with our chat response equals response dot choices 0.message. And then let's add it to our message list with messages that add chat response. And just to test the response at this point, we can already debug with figure.log chat response dot content. Okay, here is the moment that you guys have been waiting for. Let's save and go back to Unity to find out if it's worked. Okay, so to test, let's go to our input field, click on the plus button next to our credit, drag our ChatGPT manager to this, and call or ask ChatGPT function here at the top. This way, when we finish editing the input field, we should be able to get a response from ChatGPT if everything goes well. Now, let's find out by clicking on play. Okay, let's write, hello, how are you doing? And press on enter. And as you can see, it is working. That's so cool. As you can see in the debug console window, we have an answer from the AI. And you can keep chatting and it will keep working. With this, the NPC will keep using the conversation that we are building together to answer each time. Now, anyway, we don't want the text to appear in the console window. We want it to appear in this text area. So let's see how we can fix this. I'm going to leave play mode and let's go back to our script. Now, at the top, I'm going to write using Unity engine that now I'm going to create a custom Unity event that will take the string response as a parameter. So let's write public, class, on response events, unity event, string. And don't forget to add in front system.serializable. This way, we have just created a custom unity event that will take a string parameter, as you can see, and now we can just create one of those with public on response event on response. Finally, let's go to our ask function and do on response.info chat response.content to call this function with the response that we have. And there you go. At this point, using this system, we can do anything we want with the response. And in my case, let's say go back to Unity. I'm going to select the manager and click on the plus button, drag the text where we want to have answer display and go at the top to text to edit correctly and take from the response. And there you go. Now let's try this by clicking on play. And here you go, guys. As you can see, if I do the same as before, it correctly updates. That is so cool. And there you go, guys. This is how you can use ChatGPT in Unity and be able to trigger a response from the player's input. Now, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, but of course, if you want to learn more about this with a complete conversation system and be able to tweak the personality and the action of the NPC, you can join my Patreon where I will show you everything. Big shout out to the new Patreons that are appearing on the screen right now. Now, thank you for watching and see you soon. Bye.
See, easy. Stop. Easy to prepare a connection with the ChatGPT. So I guess nowadays, yeah, you will not go for the Microsoft or Google solution. You will directly go to this solution, right? So that is the complete step. You connect with the ChatGPT. But honestly, before you connect, what should you do? Connect to ChatGPT before you connect, what should you do? VPN. Okay, you have the VPN, and then most likely it's good that you have buy the ChatGPT account because when you are doing the demo or doing the live demo, right? So if you haven't used the VPN and then haven't buy the account from the OpenAI, so maybe they will have some connection problem or your service will be really slow. Okay, so that is one of them. So perfect solution, and then yeah, there are another. So yeah, maybe we see one more a little bit, right? We see one more. Hey, application. Hey, hey, outdate. I just want to go to YouTube. It's not. Maybe later on I will try to do it. So this one is how you use the ChatGPT and then set up the background information. Just inside the game role, give the every time inside the Unity, give the prompt to the ChatGPT first, give the background in the prompt to the ChatGPT first, and then start to do different kinds of the conversation. You can also match the keywords that the response out to the animation. So you have the animator, and then you can match two kind of things. And one more important thing is next semester we'll learn moves. So if you learn moves, that means you can learn text to animation text to animation. So try to think that if I have the response from the ChatGPT, and then inside response, for example, dance, I don't know, hip hop dance, etc. Right? So I will put the moves and then do the AI generative content and then as task to animation. Then your NPC can create any any animation that you want, and all the things become really dynamics. Okay, so that is really fun. Yeah, and then you can also use the ChatGPT as I'm not sure that why the connection is not very good, but this one you can also go to the ChatGPT. You can go to YouTube and have a look with the thing. So this one is virtual therapy to talk, and then you connect with the ChatGPT. It's easy. Just find a beautiful model, and then beautiful model just act like a professional. And this professional connect to a ChatGPT and start the conversation, and you already can build an application and then launch to the other. Really easy to do it. So keep these notes. It helps your production and it helps your settings. So yeah, there's the different project that we can you want to introduce, but I would like to introduce one more thing in world AI. Yeah, this one. So there are two to three. Yeah, you say that, hey, I don't want to pay for the ChatGPT. I don't want to pay for the VPN, etc. So is there any better way for us to connect to the ChatGPT? The answer is yes. So there are a couple of tools. They set up their company in somewhere else that is outside Hong Kong. For example, Singapore, the server is Singapore, and then the Singapore provide the service connect back to Hong Kong and do this kind of the virtual human. So there are two different uh company that is quite good and quite famous. The first one is InWorld. Hey, why the yeah, it's good. Yeah, the other one is bad.
I saw the boss on the right side that's it made me feel something for the first time when I didn't know what to do.
Hey, finish. Just a minute. Repeat.
Special agent. You've been authorized by the Metropolis Bureau of Investigations to conduct interviews with possible witnesses. What do you know about the ground call? What are you doing here? Is it dangerous here? It's hard to say. We're still piecing together the evidence. I saw some humans running away from the building shortly after the fire started.
Detective, I believe someone is watching us.
This is not the situation. Let the professionals handle it. If we wouldn't want anyone to get hurt, now we can. Why would you say that? This is carefully protected. This is no place for it in public. You know what's good for you. I turn back now before someone gets hurt. I saw the boss on the right side that's exposed. It made me feel something for the first time and I don't know what to do with these feelings.
So someone thinks that, hey, connect to ChatGPT and then do the programming, digital human mesh, the animation is still complicated. Can I have more flexible and more easy way to create this kind of character? The answer is yes. So Inwell is one of the digital human. So they create a digital human, they connect to a ChatGPT, provide the server, provide the service. The only thing you need to do is download that Unity project and then start a little bit of prompt typing. So that's one of them is very good. Another one is called conversation AI. So yeah, no VPN is needed. So you can go to conversation AI and then for example, that when you sign in, there are lots of the ready to use character. So only things you need to do is type in the basic information, download the Unity, type in the basic information. They will help you to generate the digital human. They will help you to generate the actions. They will help you to connect with the ChatGPT. Download the Unity model template that you will use. After this one, then all the things are ready. Okay. So today, when you want to, I would say that when you do want to do a Harry Potter games, so VR games or whatever. So what should you do? Go to email or go to conversation AI, type in the basic information of Harry Potter or the other character, and then download the character, put it by a beautiful scenes inside the Unity as a store, put all the character inside it, do a little bit in action, and then you finish the game, bro. High quality, fully interact within few days. So why you nervous about your project? It's easy, right? Even the project 1 or 2, project 2. So there are lots of ready to use tools that you can do it. So yeah, and then we maintain time. I guess I will finish the class a little bit earlier, and then try the conversation AI. And as I remember last week, I forgot to um to say about this one. So some of the students say, "Hey, Peter, I'm really afraid about the Unity because I'm not a computer science programmer. I want to learn more about the Unity. And then can you have some materials, online materials that I can ready to use and then start to study?" The answer again is yes. See that I have posted a link called Unity Essential. Unity Essential. So this Unity Essential, I guess if you ask me to provide a workshop, I cannot. Yeah, I cannot provide a basic workshop up to their standard. So their standard is quite good. So see that they have different topics starting from install Unity to some really advanced. For example, Universal Random Pi 9 or other, they have the step-by-step teaching materials, including the videos. So all the things are ready. You can earn points in this Unity Essential. And then this learn.unity.com is official. They provide lots of the where to use information to you. All the things are free of charge. The only things you need to pay money is the examination. So if you earn all the this kind of materials and then you want to have a certification from them, there are a MC test, multiple choice test, and then after the multiple choice test, you will have the certifications. Exactly remember the test it should be 2 or 3 thousand Hong Kong dollars, 2 to 3 thousand Hong Kong dollars, and then you can have this certification. The certifications, there are different levels, starting from the basic all the things to the programmer, to the artist, to the trainer, to something else. What is the word? Expert. Yeah, the final thing is the expert. Okay, so start to do this workshop and then see whether you can learn more and earn the points XP experience from them. So this one is good. So yes, I think this will be the end of the today class. And remember to come back at 2 o'clock. Okay. Okay, remember to come back to a call, and then I will collect the gas, and the